Yes. All right. I am recording. Guys, this is Team on the Run call with Tracie Weil, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm like, I think it's Weil.
Yeah.
And Tracie has volunteered so kindly to take over the call tonight because I'm on maternity duty here. But Tracie is talking to us about in-person networking, which I'm super, super excited because I just feel like this is such a strong area for you, Tracie. Like you teach fitness classes, and I know you've done fit clubs and you've done shake and shares and worked vendors, booths. And I just feel like this is just a strong, strong area of yours. And it is not of mine. Almost all of my connections I make are online. And I just feel like this is such an area that a lot of us could really grow in and blossom in. And I just can't wait to hear your tips. And I just I have nothing but positive things to say about how hard you work and the way you're able to form relationships with people. So I'm super excited for this information. And thank you so much for offering to lead the call for us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. And I do feel like this is in my wheelhouse and my strong, Jess said, pick a topic. And I just said, I'm going to go with what I know very well. And that is, like networking face to face. That's like, to me, really important to me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen if I can find where is it at. Let's see here. I have so many things up all the time. So here we go. All right. So I put in here Beachbody Live, bringing our products and you face to face. I do feel like that's really important to do. A little bit just about me. I became a coach because I posted a motivational quote on my upline, Christy Griffin's page, and she just said, hey, do you want to coach? And I was like, I have no idea what that is. She gave me an explanation of it, and I said no. I had just gotten my head above water with my own children and my own life. So I felt like I was just barely swimming with my head above water. And I thought, I can't put one more thing on my plate. No way. I had been working out at home doing turbo fire, to make sure I don't say turbo fire. I was doing that 4 to 6 days a week. And my friends would always come to me for fitness advice. I really have always loved fitness. I've done it pretty much since I was in junior high, home workouts and, some gyms here and there, but I've always had VHS tapes and DVDs of workouts. It's always been my thing. So I've done fitness for a very long time. And, and so I rethought it and decided that this was a way for me to branch out and to kind of spread my passion for fitness with others. So that was really why I initially said yes. And what I didn't realize when I said yes, and then I found out shortly thereafter, was about all of the face-to-face live things that you can do. So one of the first things that I found when I began coaching, I was searching through the back office. I just went in and took the initiative to train myself with all that stuff that's back there, along with our Team on the Run coaching group, New Coach Basics. But I found fit clubs and I thought, perfect, this is exactly what I want to do. So I knew that I wanted to be with people because I really do feel like for me, my passion for fitness shows up when you're talking with me. It just, I can't type that on a computer very well, but you can see it when face to face. So I knew that was the right place for me to go. I also knew that there was kind of a void in my area for that. I thought I haven't seen a fit club anywhere. And it was something new and different that I could bring to my community. So I started there. If you go to the online office, you will see in fit clubs a whole slew of information and documents. And I'm going to show you what I started with next. Okay, so I'm going to go through fit clubs, and then I'll talk about a little bit, how to expand those fit clubs into more networking and social events, and then also talk about teaching Beachbody Live formats, okay, which is now what I do as well. So shortly after I did the fit clubs, I found Beachbody Live and realized that I didn't need to be, group certified to teach classes, that Beachbody can certify you. And also I'll get into more of that. And so I went from fit clubs to becoming a Beachbody Live instructor. So I will lead right through that. If you guys have any questions, just pop them up in the chat, or I can only see a few of you at a time when I'm split screening. So if somebody sees somebody raising their hand or has a question, just pop it up, okay?
I have a comment that
yes.
you are a fabulous live instructor, by the way.
Thank you.
I felt very honored to work out with you at Summit, and I can tell that your passion comes through so much in person. Your online presence is awesome, but just you have so much energy, and I wish I could take classes with you all the time. So
I know, I think we should do Zoom classes.
That'd be so cool.
I thought about doing it in groups. That's another idea. I thought about, like, if everybody can get on a Zoom at 7 o'clock in the morning, let's all do this. But
cool.
I'm afraid most challengers, it would take them an hour to figure out how to use Zoom. So thank you so much, Jess. Yeah, Jess rocked that workout pregnant in, like, what was it, like 80-degree heat that morning, and yeah, you did awesome. So I was impressed. So if you go to the back office, and I'm not exactly sure which tab it's in, but I can look that up if anybody has a question of it. But you Fit Club. This form will pull up something similar to this. So it's all of the verbiage and wording that you need if you were to either pass out flyers or maybe hang them up at the space that you're deciding to do your Fit Club at. So a Fit Club is, well, I'll get into what it is next. But so, you know, it's just, this flyer says a new way to work out, Team Beachbody Fit Club, and everything's trademarked there. So, you know, you are an affiliate to Beachbody, and then it's all right there for you. But, you know, it says you'll select the best workouts, and it says some of what it is. Why a Fit Club? Get introduced to the cutting edge fitness programs, learn about Beachbody products and sample Shakeology. All fitness levels are welcome. And they say, you know, to do 100% free. That's something that we can discuss. Some people have talked about, well, if you're renting a space, then do you want people to maybe donate a few dollars? So that's something that you're going to have to think about and factor into a budget, or, you know, use it as a tax write-off as well if you're renting space somewhere. But I'll get into that again. You put the date, the event location, hosted by you, and then, you know, you can, it says reserve spot by contacting me at. So you can, and then at the bottom, it also has like the LLC and stuff like that. So this form's already there. You copy, paste it, and fill in your information, and you're set to go with a flyer. So a little less work for you to do. So, all right. So let me see what this next one says. All right, we're going to talk about where to host a Fit Club first. So the gist of it basically is that you're taking your workouts with you somewhere, and many spaces you can rent, you can get for free. I try to be the most cost effective when I thought of these ideas. A church, a school, a park district, a dance studio, a martial arts studio, your basement, a friend's basement, somebody who you know that has like a really big house or basement area, a neighborhood clubhouse, the park, take it outside if weather's permitting. And then I said other because I didn't know if anybody else had any ideas of where else they have seen them or they could take the workouts. So, does anybody, I'm going to see if I can, let's see here. I'm trying to see if I can see you guys. No, I can't. But basically you get the gist of it. Okay. So, I started out by contacting our local dance studio. My kids have been going to dance for the past 6 years at the studio. So I had a good relationship with the owner, and I just said, hey, you know, would I be able to borrow a dance studio space? And I did start out my Fit Clubs renting from her for $20 for an hour. That was at my own expense. And but that's how I started out, hoping that I would get some customers out of it, and then I could network face-to-face with people, and again, just share my passion for fitness with them. So I encourage people to talk to churches. There are some churches in our area that do let you do classes for free. Like there's some churches that do Zumba in their basement or whatever. So talk to a lot of people on our team are teachers. So you can always talk to your school. Could you do it after school in your classroom, in the gym, in a multi-purpose area? Maybe your kids attend school, a preschool or elementary school. So oftentimes they have an extra space, maybe after school or before school for you to use. So don't be afraid to connect with a principal or network with them to see whether you open it up for, you know, for moms or other women, or if you open up for the teachers to come to as well. So park districts also, I'm sure they'd be happy to have some people after, you know, preschool drop off at the park district. I'm sure they'd be happy to have some moms stay after with you and do a little bit of exercising. So again, just some ideas of where you can look to do a Fit Club and what kind of space you're looking at. So what exactly do you bring to a Fit Club? So basically your Fit Club is a workout with you you just invite people to go along with you. Okay, so it's just like if you were to be working out at your home, but you're just doing it with your friends or whoever you invite, the people in your community, your neighbors, whatever it may be. So depending on what space you're in, you have to kind of gauge what kind of equipment you'll need. So we are so fortunate. I actually, when you read through this, you'll see a DVD program. And if you look down right over here, it says a projector. Okay, you guys, when I started out, we didn't have Beachbody On Demand. So when I did my fit clubs, I literally, my kids, Santa bought them a projector for Christmas. And the dance studio didn't have a television and a DVD player. So I brought my DVD player and my projector, and I projected the workouts onto the wall of the dance studio. Now with lights on, obviously the projector's not going to project, right? So I turned off the lights, put a lamp in there, and we worked out by like the lamp light. And it worked out great because actually the people liked it because they're like, oh, it's dark. Good. Nobody just has to see me working out. And that was the first, kind of self-consciousness that came out of some women that were working out with me. So we were able to do the workout just fine. And I brought my DVDs with, and I kind of had an idea of which workout I wanted to do, but I also had extra ones just in case somebody showed up and there was limitations, or the crowd I was with maybe was preferring a different type of a workout. So you can bring your DVD or your programs with. Keep it to 20 or 30 minutes. It doesn't have to be long. It just has to be enough of a sample where people are moving and working out and feeling good. You don't want it to extend it too long, especially if a lot of people are new to working out and exercising. You don't want to overwhelm them with something. Minimal equipment needed. So obviously you wouldn't be, saying, let's go do Body Beast, because you don't have the equipment in order to do that. Unless you find a gym somewhere that you can do this at. I asked participants to bring yoga mats so we could do PIO, and also water and a towel. Make sure the class knows, the people that are coming know to wear appropriate and supportive workout clothing, shoes. And then you also need to, you stream from Beachbody On Demand now. Get your tablet. It's perfect that we're so fortunate that we have Beachbody On Demand now, because you could just take it anywhere. I mean, even if you have, I know some people have a gym membership or a Y membership and they're doing their workouts. You can bring your tablet with you. You can get a couple people with you in a little workout area and stream that. That's your little fit club. You could have 4 people with you in an area, just, all working together, which is, so Beachbody On Demand is awesome for that. But make sure that the facility either has a TV, a DVD player, projector, something along those lines. I brought Shakeology. That was my first introduction to people about what Shakeology was. As they were drinking it, I was explaining things to them. I was talking about recipes to them, the benefits. So it's a little bit of a mini shake and share. After you work out, you have your Shakeology. And they get a sample. I just would do like little Dixie cup sizes for everybody to try. I brought my blender, or bring a pitcher with, if you blend it at home and then bring it, or if you just blend it there. And then, or you can always shake it too, just depends on what your preference is. I suggest blending it because it just appeals to people better when you have a nice blended one. And then I also would bring sample packets with for purchase. So they were just kind of my own supply. If somebody wanted to take it home and make their own shake, a full portion of it, then they were there for them to purchase. I also would bring clean eating recipes and flyers along, because it's just another little tangible free thing for them to take home with them, to remember that they were there with you at the Fit Club, and you're giving them something to help them beyond the exercising. You're going, they get to bring it home with them and then try out a clean eating recipe. Maybe you give them a breakfast, lunch, and dinner recipe, and they can go home and try it. So, so that's what to bring to your Fit Club. It shouldn't be too much stuff, but again, you could kind of choose what you bring or don't bring. And if you're going to, a park space, obviously you have to think about your streaming from your tablets. What would be ideal is if everybody had a free 30-day trial of Beachbody On Demand and you all queue them together and press play at a park. Like, how perfect would that be, right? But you do not need to be a fitness instructor to do the workouts, okay? You do not have to cue them. You do not have to tell them, how to do each of the moves. You don't have to talk to them about form unless somebody's like really, really off and you're just like, I'm afraid they're going to get hurt. But that's not your job. All you have to do is put on the program and let them follow it. Let the trainers, the Beachbody trainers, cue them. Okay. It's not your responsibility to do that. So If you're nervous about like, well, I'm not sure, I don't want to get up in front of people, you don't have to. You're literally just working out alongside of those people. So let's see what we've got next. So what I did is, because I do teach classes, I brought an extension to what I do for my classes. I realized that my classes become, which they should, more of a social outing along with the workout. You know, people are going to stay in your fit clubs or in your classes longer because they're having fun and they're connecting with people. It's just like in our business, how we work so much on connecting through our different social media sites. It's the same thing face to face. People just want to connect and be a part of something. So what I did is, after I had been teaching some classes, is we planned a social outing, and it actually just kind of organically happened during a class. And then it kind of just expanded every class. We talked a little bit more and more about it, and then we did it. So this was during my PIO class, and we ended up having a PIO pub crawl. And I've done a couple events since then. PIO pub crawl was the biggest event that we had. We even got tank tops to go with it, and we wore those out at night. And we did a lot of fun things the night we went out. So plan a social outing with your Fit Club participants. Give them something to look forward to for showing up each week. I literally had somebody come to class up until the time of my PIO pub crawl, and then she stopped coming anymore. And I thought she was joking, but she might've been serious. She said, I was coming just for the beer and for the social time. She's like, I wanted to go on the pub crawl. She's an Irish gal, like with the full accent and everything. So it's just kind of funny, but I don't know if she'll ever come back to a class. She hasn't since then. So, but that's what she said. She did it all for the PIO pub crawl. Sometimes people are looking for that social outlet too, especially, moms. We don't give ourselves enough time to go do things. So when you add that social avenue to it, it might motivate them to keep coming back. So what I did on our PIO pub crawl is I gave out little goodie bags with fun things in it. And some of the things in there, it was like, I had these little teeny tiny beer goggles that they put around their beer glass. I gave some coasters, and I said, if you come home with your beer goggles and your coaster the next day and show me a photo proof of it, you'll get a point for a contest, because I did do a contest and a raffle with them. So I had like a scavenger hunt list and a list of kind of like dares for them to do. And it just kept everybody active and promoting my classes actually to others, and my friends, the participants, had no problem promoting it because they absolutely loved it, and they think that everybody else should be a part of it too. So I made stickers, and I gave each of them a sheet of stickers, and they'd have to stick them on people, and the stickers had my business logo on it. And classes, I had free class passes, and every time that they talked to somebody in the bar or restaurant and gave them a card, then they'd get extra points for a raffle ticket. And so I made a ton of fun out of it. So we did prizes. I think I gave away a program that night to somebody. We did Facebook posts, Instagram hashtags, and we didn't go live video, but you can always do that too. But it generated a lot of interest. People were wondering, like, what's this pub crawl all about? So we had a really good time with that. Since then, I have also done like a turbo and tequila night, where I had some ladies come on over to my house and we did turbo kick, and then we went out for margaritas afterwards. A little bit of the balance, the yin and the yang. And then, so you can kind of just make it fun we did a mom's night out with a group of the women too, just as school started. I think it was the first Friday after school started, and we went out for pizza in just a local restaurant and got to hang out and just have that mom time together after we put the kids off to school, and it's a busy week for everybody. So tried to make social events around it. And that leads into my next point, which is the shake and share, AKA chick chat, wine and wellness night. Okay. Where can you do this? Do it at your house, do it at a friend's house. Have a friend that maybe wants to just have some people over, like ask like, hey, can I come over to your house? And I know you've been wanting to learn more about Shakeology, or I know that you've wanted to learn more about meal prepping. Can I come to your house and do some demonstrations? Okay. So make it something fun and social. A shake and share is basically, as it says, you can call it all sorts of different things. Like I said, it could be chick chat or wine and wellness night. And you can set it up any way you want to. Hopefully, I'm sure many of you have been to like a Tastefully Simple party, or a Jamboree party, or a 31 party. I mean, there's all those different direct sales companies that do at-home parties. pretty much what you're doing, okay? Except you're not selling products other than maybe shake samples, packets, but you're basically there to facilitate a good time and to, get a few things about fitness, what we do, and shakes in there. But otherwise, it's just there for like a social event, okay? So you could just call it book club if you wanted. A lot of you probably already do book clubs and maybe you want to have book club at your house that night, and you just happen to pull out your shakes as your as one of your food items for the night. I mean, why not, right? Have some shakes, have some wine, why not? But people sample it. So you can serve some clean eating snacks or desserts in addition to the shakes. I had a shake and share at my house where I did do, I think I put out like apples and yogurt dip because there was kids that also came over. The kids sampled the shakes. The moms sampled the shakes. Michelle was there, so she knows. That's, I think, the first time your kids drank the shakes, and they loved it. But you just kind of have everything revolving around what we do and the lifestyle that we promote. You can also add a workout if you want to. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing that. If you have a on-demand at your house and you have a big enough space, you can throw in a 20-minute workout, even a 10-minute trainer or something like that. Another idea is to do a clean eating presentation. I can't tell you how many people I know have asked me, can you just come over to my house and meal prep for me? Can you come over and just do clean eating recipes for me? We should have a party at my house and I'll invite some other moms. And if you can just, show us how to meal prep, that would be great. Or, we should do a salad swap. If everybody comes over and we all make the ingredients, then we swap each other's salads for the week, basically like making a social event out of your meal prepping. So, you by all means just get creative with it. All right. So, I have done this before. So I've had, people over for just, again, like a little social gathering, and it was like Shakeology came up. So I blended some shakes. Everybody tried them. I had some people say, I've never tried quinoa before. Okay. So, I know it's shocking, but it's true. It's like, I've got these ingredients in my house, and if I show them that clean eating and, can be delicious, then, who's to say that they're not going to be swayed into, using our programs and seeing that this could really be a lifestyle change for them. So that's a little bit about shake and shares. I don't know if anybody has done them or not, but, basically you can just get as creative as you want. Like I said, I don't sell any products when they have that. It's more of just talking about and networking face to face with people and letting them see, taste some of the products, or, you can always have your DVDs out so they can like look at them. This also is the same way that you kind of do a vendor event. So you can bring everything out for them to sample. Shakeology also isn't just a beverage. You can make, even for the holidays, if you think about it, if you bring a dessert for the holidays, why not bring Shakeology brownies? It tastes just like fudge. There's a lot of different Shakeology recipes besides blending them into shakes that you can make, and people would probably be very surprised that you use Shakeology in them. So consider that maybe as a holiday treat. All right, so I'm going to move on here to Beachbody Live. I started taking my group fitness certification in high school. My gym teacher saw that I enjoyed leading our class and step aerobics and stuff, so she kind of encouraged me to take a little class on the side with her and then go get certified. And I, at 17, did not fulfill that dream that I really wanted to do because I didn't want to go take the test at the time. Fast forward close to 20 years later, I got my certification through Beachbody, which is for me, like a lifetime dream come into fruition. For somebody who's done fitness for her whole life, it just has been an amazing, rewarding experience for me. I've been able to bring formats, amazing formats. We've got PiYo, Size, Country Heat, Insanity, P90X, Turbo Kick, and in May, I've heard, and I think Jessica probably confirmed this, that Core to Force is coming out. I was told May by my master trainer the other day when I was on television doing Turbo Kick. So what an opportunity that is. Beachbody, all these things have been opportunities, amazing opportunities to meet new people. And yeah, I was on our WGN News doing Turbo Kick with Michelle. So that was all because I met our master trainer in the Chicagoland area. So I chose to do Beachbody Live because I came across it after looking at the Fit Clubs. I was like, well, instead of just doing Fit Clubs to a DVD, why don't I just learn how to teach it myself? So I went to beachbodylive.com. I found my local listing in our area, and the first one that I wanted to try out was PIO. I thought that it was something that my skill level and my ability at the time could handle, so that's where I started. So I took a class. The certifications, they are $250 for a training. That's just for a one-day class. So usually they go from like 9 in the morning till 6 at night, and then it's just like any class. If you get done early, it's fine to let you go. But there's no written test. You basically work out. I don't know. I know some of you guys are trained or have your certification, but if you haven't done it before, if you don't know what it is, I'm just going to give you a little quick run through of what your day is. You get there, and the trainer's going to tell you, the master trainer is going to talk to you about themselves and their journey and how they got to where they are, and they're going to inspire you because they all have amazing stories. And then you're going to do a workout with them. Whatever format you're choosing, that's the workout they're going to do with you. After you do the workout, you get a little break, and then they start breaking down the workout with you. They might take the warm up and have you piece by piece start learning it so that you can start teaching it yourself. So our formats are pre-choreographed. They also come with music, so you don't have to mix your own music. You don't have to make up the routine. It's all there for you. You do have to pay a monthly fee of $25 plus tax-ish. So it's I think I pay between $25 and $30 for my formats for each of the formats that I teach. It just depends on which format and then how much tax is involved in it. But you get your live round choreographed and your music, and that's yours to keep. So you play the live round is just a DVD that you'll get at home. And when you're at training session, it's whatever round is going around at that time usually is the round that you, the routine that you learn, and then you get the DVD of it to go home and practice too. So you practice it until you're really tired and sore, and then you have a lunch break, and then you go back with your class, and you have, at least an art certification, I'm sure in the other ones as well, you have a chance to practice it some more and actually teach it in small groups. And then for us, she did allow us to put on the mic and give it a try for like 32 counts or something really quick like that, just so we can get a feel of being in front of the class and using a mic and stuff. So, but that's it. There's no tests. It really is just show up, do the training, and you get your certification. Your Beachbody will send you a certificate. And then if you pay every month, you're going to get those new rounds to teach. I think every month and a half, I get a new round of each format. I teach PIO, size, and turbo kick currently. And I basically did the same thing as I did for Fit Clubs, as I was renting space at my dance studio to teach these. So you get certified, and now what? You find a place to teach. You are certified through Beachbody to be a fitness instructor for that format, okay? So you can find a local studio like I did, my dance studio, a martial arts center, a park district. Park districts love having these formats. It's a great place to just, they're always looking for, at least in our year, always looking for more formats to roll out and to keep people's interests to come back to the park district. I know a lot of coaches on our team, they teach the YMCA. Maybe there's a local gym or a chain that that's near you. Take it to your school gyms, church, a multi-purpose room. I parenthesed faith and fitness. I still think that's there's a lot of people who are, very into their faith in this team and go to church. And I feel like if you have a good connection with your church, why not make a faith and fitness? Do some prayer with some women, and then do some workouts too. Almost like a Bible study in fitness, or like prayers for the faithful, or praying for the sick every time you meet, praying for the needs of others, and then do your fitness, your workout. Of course, you can take it to a park. I did PIO in the park this summer, and it worked out great. But you do have to think of a few extra costs when you teach. You don't have to have these things, but I got them. Insurance is one, and then a CPR and first aid training. And then if you want to go further into the group fitness certification, and you have to think about rental fees as well. So there are some extra costs. Again, those are all can be tax write-offs as well. Talk to your local tax consultant, but it's so worth it. And like for me, I set the cost of what my participants pay because I'm doing it all by myself at a local studio. When it's the park district, they ask me how much do you want to get paid, and so they adjust their costs accordingly to the in their park district brochure. So that is something you just have to talk with the place that you're either working for, or if you're doing it on your own, you have to just kind of think about what's going to cover your costs. So there's a little bit of business that comes into that, and you just got to think it through. If you are going to be going to a YMCA or a local gym, they might require that you have your group fitness certification. So that's just something to look into and to ask when you call around to see if they would like your format. So some things to think about before you get certified. You don't have to teach after you get certified either. I know there's a lot of people on our team too that have the certification, and they just do those workouts at home for themselves, and they're amazing workouts. So it's a great investment whether you're going to teach or not. So the most important thing, in my opinion, is that exercise is fun and living a healthy life is exciting. So go live with people, meet them face to face, show them what you have to offer and what we're about. You know, you don't have to hide behind the computer. Get out there into the world and just show people what you've got. And whether it be just a friend coming over to work with you or in a group event, show them how great this can be. And with that said too, wear your I've got my Beachbody On Demand shirt on here. Wear your shake and or your wear and share. Wear it out. People ask. I was at TJ Maxx and the girl behind the counter said, "Oh, 21-day fix. You do that?" And I said, "Yep, I do." And there was networking right there, you know. And luckily, I had a card with my class schedule and location on it that I just handed off to her. So, and I also found her on Facebook right away. So, face-to-face networking, it can happen anywhere. So, let me go ahead and get out of this. Stop share screen.
Tracie?
Yeah.
I just wanted to add one more thing, certification, because this is what I did, just so everybody knows. If you do decide that you want to hold off on it, you have a whole year. You are certified until, like, if you decide, they call it, was it pro, right, Tracie? Pro team?
Yeah, the pro team, yeah.
Right. So the pro team is what you would pay monthly for the live. Like, I'm a certified size instructor, and I just recently, my certification was going to expire. So you have until a year till that expires. Once that year's over, you will have to be recertified to be considered certified if you do not join Pro Team. And
right away.
Pro Team is under. And I am now too.
Yeah, and if you do, so basically, like what she's saying is that like you have a year to do that monthly payment, and if you don't do it within that year, then you have to go get recertified again. But once you have certification and you do pay it every month, you don't have to go through recertification again and again. It's only if you let it expire, if that makes sense. So all right, well, thank you, Michelle, for adding that. All right, now I see this chat box popping up here. Okay, let's see here. Yes, a great teacher from, thank you, Mandy. And Michelle comes to my classes, so she knows all about that. And Carla, you're getting PIO certified? That's awesome. Yeah, that was the first one. Okay, in the Wise, Minnesota. Yeah, so most gyms and fitness places do want you to have your group fitness. So, but that's why I chose to work for myself right now. Until I'm actually testing for my group fitness. But since I decided to do this at my studio, my dance studio, there's nobody I have to answer to but me. So I set my own hours, set my own price, and I don't have to technically be certified, but I did get my CPR and first aid, and then I'm on my way to my group fitness. I just have to take the test. So that's the last thing I have. It also led to me, so basically I had been paying the studio a rental fee, but it led to me teaching classes for the studio. I now teach the dance team, and I actually teach them PIO. So it's called Strength and Flex, and what better format to bring to them than that? So there's a nice little in for me, and basically I don't pay my rental fee to her anymore. So whatever I charge for my classes, I get to take with me. So that worked out really well for me. And so if there are dance studios with dance teams in them, I mean, by all means, they need conditioning too. So if you pick a format that can work to your benefit and maybe work something out with them. That's usually a class that dance studios or don't really want to teach because they just want to dance with the girls, So, there's lots of other places I know. Michelle has talked about martial arts studio and with her martial arts studio about teaching classes there too. So, lots of places that you can take it to. Are there any questions though? Because that's pretty much all that I have for you. I know I talked and talked, but hopefully you got a lot of information that could help you get started or even think about, is this something that you want to do to get face-to-face with people? I guess in a spin to that, I have pretty much all of the people, I'd say like 90% of the people in my classes are now customers as well. So, I mean, that's where that kind of, that's where it kind of comes into play, is that I face-to-face networked with them, and now they trust me and they want to do stuff at home, and, they see me as the go-to for health and fitness in our area. And so it's really helped, pull them into this side of the business as well. So, and I'll tell you, there are ups and downs in the live world, just like there is in the Facebook world. I have large classes sometimes, some cycles of the year, and then sometimes I get really low ones. So like I'm hoping in January I get a big haul of people coming into the classes. So it is cyclical, just like in this business, there are ups and downs, but I do know that sometimes live is going really well, and then my home business, isn't going as well. So they counter each other too. And so it's a lot of balance work, but it feeds my soul. And I think people can see that too. I know that a lot of referrals and stuff have come through my live classes as well. So it's been fun, and I've absolutely loved doing it. I couldn't imagine not teaching now. So if there is even a little ounce of you that thinks maybe I want to try this, I'd really, really seriously consider it. I know Jess has a certification as well. So she can speak about.
I have yet to do anything with it.
Baby up.
I have yet to do anything with it, and you inspire me, so I need to.
Well, first things first, the baby, right? Eventually, I
really would like to. So this has been, it's just really helpful to realize that there's so many ways we can be branching out and using, our passion for health and fitness and for helping people. It's just really cool. I feel inspired listening to what you do.
Thank you. And, it's also been a tool I've been able to use. So if I do see somebody in public that I don't know, a stranger, you have no idea how many times I brought up my classes to people, and then they're like, oh, okay, and let's say my class times don't work for them. Oh, I've got these home workouts and these challenge groups that I do as well. So it's always been a great tie-in to connect with people and to give them options. Some people like doing things live. Some people like doing things at home. So it's really been, it gives me, I feel a little more confident and credible saying hey, I teach these classes, and people are like, oh, you do? Okay, well, you must know what you're talking about, so it does help me face to face when I just run into people randomly or meet new people. They're always like, oh, you teach fitness classes? I've been looking to do something, it's just great conversation starter too. So one more little trick in the bag, one more little piece of ammo for you. It's nice. So
for sure, I think it definitely adds to the credibility piece,
So is there any questions, you guys, or anything that I wanted me to circle back to? I know Mandy's taught before too. She's certified.
Mm-hmm. Carla, I couldn't type back, but I saw that you're getting certified. That's awesome.
I am. At the very least, I figure I really miss Pio Lives, and because we used to go to the Y, but we just couldn't pay for it anymore when I went 3 times a month. Yeah. So at the very least, I could do Pio Live at home.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe you can go teach it at the Y. You just never know.
Well, I'm kind of hoping
sub,
I did a couple of fit clubs at my school, at my office last year, but the scheduling just is too crazy right now. So I'm hoping maybe with a Pio Live, I could get a few more people and get a little more consistent with it. But we'll see.
That's awesome.
No, that's great. People know that you're going to do it, then bring it to them. People want this stuff. Bring it to the people. I think that's great, Carla.
I was just going to piggyback on the credibility factor. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I was teaching a class, but I had some scheduling conflicts, so I'm not teaching it right now. But I do feel like people look at you a little differently when you're coming off as like this online coach, but you have the certification. Like they do start taking you more seriously. And then it does, even if you can't have a consistent class, you can draw from those rounds that you get. You can like do videos online and just showing people. It gives you free value content that you can give to people that are following you. That you're pulling from something that they would probably never see anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing you get from it.
Yeah, and as you said that, it reminded me that I've taken pieces of PIO, because PIO does come in sections. Actually, all of our workouts come in sections, really. But you know, you have your strength, your strength and stretch part, and your strength and sculpt, and then there's the flow section and the power section. And I actually would take pieces of those and put them in, like videotape myself doing them and put them on YouTube, and then put them into my free groups so that they get a little mini workout, you know, and it'd be me directing them. And they get an idea of who I am, you know, through that video clip, you know, so especially if there's new people in your free group that you're trying to like earn their trust and get to know a little bit better, they get to see you and know you a little bit better as you lead them through like a 5-minute, you know, little clip it of the workout. But yeah, I've done, like I did a stress-free fall and we did PIO. I did like a PIO clip every single day and crackpot recipes or something. So that was a nice little addition to it, you know, rather than pulling a video of somebody else doing it, it's you doing it. It's kind of cool. So
can I ask, when you did the fit clubs, did you, or even when you do your regular class, do you give people like some kind of, I guess the fit clubs would be free anyway, but like an incentive to like bring somebody next time? Or have you ever like had success with something like that, like a referral program? Or
I'm trying to think what I did with the, I don't think I did, but I think you can. I mean, you could easily, like, you know what, I think I have done a couple things where like I do punch cards. So every 10 classes and I actually did it gradually. It was like every 4 classes you get one free. And then now I'm up to buy 10, get one free. But when they handed in their cards at the end, you know, when they handed in that free pass, I collected those and used those as a raffle to win a program. So you could do something like that with a fit club too, like come to 3 fit clubs. You know, and on the last one, that's your raffle ticket in for, so it's incentive for them to come back for more. You could do like bring a friend, get a double punch, you know, or you could do like a raffle of some sort and do a prize. And it could just be like a shaker cup, or, you know, with a packet of Shakeology in there. Or I did on Valentine's Day, I did gift my participants all a little Shakeology packet with a recipe on it. And that helped generate some interest in Shakeology too. So, and I used to just bring samples here and there, just you know, here like sporadically for my classes. But I haven't done. That's a good idea to do something though, an incentive. If you can afford a little bit of a prize or a raffle, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I remember you warned you told whoever was in class the week before. You did tell us next week you're bringing in like a sample for Shakeology and bring anybody who'd like to try it. You did tell us that.
Okay, thank you for remembering for me.
No problem.
Yeah, I mean, Michelle, I think you came to my fit clubs way back.
Yes, I did.
So Michelle probably remembers more than I do.
Of course I do. I was so inspired.
It's true. Anything else, you guys? All right. Well, thank you all for sitting through this with me. I know that it's getting late here too. And I am on day 2 of my reset, so I'm like sleepy eyes by this point. Hopefully I was clear, because all day I've been a little scatterbrained. My brain's getting used to what's going on with my body. So hopefully it all made sense. And if you guys want any information or you know, further details on like my pricing and things like that, I'm happy to share it with you. Just, you know, send me a message. So thank you. Oh, good. See, I did my job then. I know. Start back up. It's fun.
I know you got me inspired. I'm inspired too. So thank you, Tracie. This was great information. I appreciate it. You so much.
Thank you for having me on, Jess.
Thank you, ladies, for tuning in.
Thanks, Tracie. You did an awesome job.
Thank you, Angela.
All right, I will post the recording, but I just appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy night, and it's nice to see your faces.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tracie.
Bye.